ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Let's Play Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. Wrong button. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm back in normal mode. So, I've added one new mod since last time we played. Or rather, since last time I recorded a video. It's been quite a while since I've actually recorded one. I don't remember if I showed, but I actually had to just add an additional pipe bag. And Railcraft now has its own separate bag. Uh, I hate when it does that. No. Okay, so what's changed? Well, I finally convinced my system. Well, a little laggy. I don't know why. Finally convinced my system to. Oh, I got my jetpack. My. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, right. So, I'm having one minor technical issue. We are very, very low on power. The steam engines, the hobby steam engines, you can hear them in the background there, are going full tilt, and it's not enough juice. So, what we need is more power, and power is something I'm having trouble with. So, I have added one mod, right, and that mod is, oops, immersive engineering. I also added immersive integration, but it doesn't really do too much for us. There's a few things that it does, but mostly what we're going to be using it for is... I need to turn that off. It's giving me a headache. Oh, stupid fueling train. Right. You are still... Why are you not going? Because you have no oil. Why do you have no oil? Because the electric train is, Right, well, as you can... Here, you go to idle, and you can go to idle, and you can go to idle. Alright. The electric train has wandered off. I have a bad feeling that this is out of oil. Which means that... Ow, this is... Yeah, this is out of oil. Alright, well... We're down to our last, however much is there of oil. And we're gonna need to move this pump. I'm having power issues all over the place. But as you can see here, I actually built a new train station. And all the trains will soon be run along their own tracks, each of them with this cobblestone with dent, because I think it looks very nice. And then they will be set up with their own... So the processing train will no longer wander over there and have to wait for the forestry train. It will be able to unload and then reload and take off. The fueling train is set to full speed when it hadn't ought to be. It should be... you're... No, actually, you going full speed is through here is fine. No, actually, you should be running 2. Yeah, 2 is fine. So, I had to upgrade my power system for the various applications. This is the quarry train, and it's still running with 2 flux carts. The fueling train doesn't have any, and the processing train not only has a second steam locomotive, because it needs that much extra power, but it also now has a third redstone flux cart, which basically exists because the processing facility uses a ton of power, and I was not getting enough through it. I'm also using Elite Universal Cable here and in the processing station, because I just was not getting the power throughput that I needed. I need you to go backward. Oh, you're also running. You can go backwards. And that will pull all of that back there. You can go to idle. Oh, because you... You can just sit there for a minute. This, I need you to just, don't, just send them. You can't? Alright, you're not going to. Right. We need more power here, but we don't have any more power. Power is, at the moment, a significant issue. I actually put my elite energy cube into my um, processing facility because it needed a buffer. And I don't have anything. You know what? I know what I can do. I can actually go and fetch my energy cell over here, which is not strictly necessary, I don't think. And grab. Nope, wrong bag. I need the wrench. Yeah. So that's not good. It's not a good sign. The train has already left for more oil, which it can't get because there's no more oil there. Oh, right. I'm over here to let my capacitor charge. It just basically more or less instantly drains out the wireless charger. Hopefully, now this power system is connected with a power monitor somewhere, and when I need more power, these will actually kick on. Should be running now, actually. Yeah, they're running and putting out maximum power. This is only ever intended to be maintenance power, and it's kind of maxed out already. So that's good enough. That'll be sufficient for the moment. I need to upgrade this to a more powerful capacitor bank, I think, along with everything else. Now, the reason I installed um, immersive engineering is twofold. One, like I said, I need more power. And two, I actually need a better way to move power around. As you can see, I've got charcoal running to the various buffers here. But charcoal is not providing the kind of power that I need. It's just... Because Alright, let me slow down a little bit. So over here, we've got... turn this off so that we're not sucking up all this everything. As you can see here, we're getting just enough charcoal, but we're also pulling from both of these. And this one's completely full, which is great. This tree farm is not generating enough wood. And it's all being taken over here. And as you can see, this, which is the power system for the engines, is full, but this is the... Well, actually, this feeds the rest of the system to make sure that... Because I had to update it so that the trains are being fed from the logistics system. And which is great, but the logistics system does not have enough power to... Alright, you need to be set to running again. As do you. I'll show off why that doesn't... Speed of that doesn't matter at all in a minute. So let's go sleep. I do have and have set up a very cool way to supply my new base with logistics, but again, at the moment, nothing's working because I have no power. So if you come over here, you can actually see this little loop system here, and I'll explain why this works. Why this works the way it works in a second here. Oh, good. Those two they've gotten away, and there's a separator here. Alright, you are welcome to go running, as are you. And so this whole system will stop because there's trains in here, and that lets the trains leaving get up to speed. But if we come over here, we'll see... Alright, hopefully he'll get out of here quickly enough. Fueling's going to catch him. Fueling should not be catching him, but he's going to do it. Go to slowest speed, thank you. It doesn't help. The quarry train is very, very slow. Actually, you go to idle for the moment. There we go. As you can see, that's the cart that provides logistics service to the new house, which is right there. And it basically uses these two launcher tracks. It comes in across this wide track, which the default routing sends it this way. Then it jumps across to here, and it hits this booster, goes on about its business, and when it comes back, it goes the other way. Here it comes. And it's just awesome. It jumps over this without any need to worry the rest of the train system. Go away, you stupid skeleton. Ow. Stop. Thank you. Right. This track here has no texture. I'm not sure why, but there you go. So if we just set this to maximum speed and send it across there, it actually gets slowed to 1. Right now, because it's free to go, and I think the quarry train has gotten far enough. No, I actually did this. I cut a path through the mountain because I got tired of trying to go over it and running into trees constantly, so I just cut myself a path through the mountain. And the quarry train is not fast enough to get out of there. Get out of Fueling's way. So Fueling can go to running it, run it too. Yeah, routing should send the Fueling train off on its own, even if it's going very, very quickly. But it kept running it into the back of the processing train, and that was no good. So, yeah, processing train is sucking a lot of power, and it's basically draining this dry, even though it's producing more power than the system needs. And we're out of oil again, like I said, so where is more oil, actually? I really need to get some oil income somewhere along this. I've got a huge quantity of track laying already, and I'll need to lay more to get more oil, I think, which is irritating. I could send it over here. I don't know if it's got the power to, if it could actually reach that, though. There's oil out here in the water, it looks like. Ow. I always run across that track and get hurt. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, there's quite a bit of oil out there. But this will eventually be the output of the train system here, but I haven't gotten that all set up yet. Right. Yeah, I definitely need to get some oil derricks built out that way. I'm not quite sure how I'll do it. What I'd like to do is set up a set of pumps, one on each one, and then have the train visit all of them, because that looks really cool. But at the same time, I may actually set up a big railcraft oil tank somewhere here and have it bring oil from there. What I have not found is... Oh, that is an ocean oil field. Well, never mind. I was going to say I hadn't found an ocean oil field, but I'm full of it, apparently. There's a few spouts of oil in various places, but these biomes are so big, and I like big biomes, but it just takes forever to actually get anywhere. The reason I installed immersive engineering was because I went over here and over near the new house. Let's try and avoid being killed by a processing train. This limiter track here will actually max out the speed, set it to a full 4, and even then it shouldn't catch up to the fueling train. But I came over here and set up, well, first of all I set up this so we can cross the tracks without dying, but I also set up this bad boy, which is a nice big railcraft building that will eventually be a construction track service construction station, which doesn't make a lot of sense until you realize it is a logistics system powered, and there's no output for this, I realize, for the blast furnace. But it will essentially take in logs that will be turned into creosote oil, and it will produce creosote oil for rails and charcoal to run the blast furnace, which everything will be dumped into the... This is a Buildcraft Factory chute. It's an awesome thing. It's extremely fast, but unlike the vanilla hopper, it doesn't tick unless it's actually necessary. And I've got all these tin lanterns to power let me find the thing. Yeah, it keeps monsters from spawning anywhere in here. These are fancy polished stone bricks from Tinker's Construct and regular stone bricks from Chisel, and I just like the way they looked. These are all fluid suppliers, which will keep these supplied with creosote oil eventually. I think they're all set up, actually. Yeah, they're all set up to keep creosote oil in them, although there's no power here, so... Yeah. Why did I... Okay, I don't know why I left it unpowered. Are you guys set up to extract fluids? You are. Okay. So, we should be able to just go get some power for this and have it run for us. Right. Anyway, the creosote oil is actually the reason I don't have a void chest in here. It's out over here. Right. This system actually works very well. Saplings get fed into here into the arcane furnace by priority, then into the alembic. This is just a void jar, so all the tree stuff gets voided, and then the herba runs the lamp of growth and makes the trees grow faster, which is not necessarily helping because it's not really keeping up. But there you go. I also learned do not click on this with the RF Tools chainsaw. It does not like it. This is an experience obelisk. But anyway, what I wanted to do was set up a big immersive engineering tank for creosote storage to keep, so that we can store creosote in that tank. I do still have my open computer set up here, and I am still working on how to program it. I'm thinking I'm going to need to use I think I'm going to need to use translocation plate. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to use item translocators to move the tickets around, so that when I press the button to print the ticket, a translocator automatically sticks it where it needs to go. Why did I... Oh, I know what it was. Right, so if I'm correct, what should happen with the, oops. Here, I have smoke logs. With the system here, when I plug it in, is that I should... let's stop doing that. It should... power the system, please. There we go. And so we should... Yeah, it's sucking creosote oil out of here. I don't know why there's zombies around, but there you go. Well, let's keep 4 buckets at all times, because that should be enough to... There we go. I'm certain there's a way to copy those settings, but yeah, now this will keep that in there, and should be... I need more extraction pipes, or more provider pipes, so it can extract the charcoal automatically, but for the moment it's more than sufficient, and I don't believe it uses power if the junction's not doing anything. Right. Oh, well, it's not doing anything because it doesn't have any more power, but yeah, it's not doing anything, so it's not using any more power. It's dark again. Alright, well, let's go over here. I moved my bed upstairs so that I don't end up with, oh, you can't rest, there's monsters nearby. So up here we got our bed, we got some more lanterns put down to keep monsters from spawning. And if we come over here, carpenter's ladder with the dark oak logs on it. I like the way this looked. I tried it from above and it just looked awful. If you come up here, you can actually see, oops, how this system works. And part of it is there's a Buildcraft lens here that's marked green. Now this is because all items in the return chest need to go into the item loader in the basement. And anything coming from the network needs to go up here. And we'll if I can get down the ladder here, I can show you how that works. Now I come down here and through this. And I don't see the cart. So you come down here. Okay, nothing can spawn here. So, this blue lens is for items that come in through the item unloader. They go up, they're marked as blue, and they come up to this Daizuli transport pipe, which is lapis lazuli block, 1 glass, and a diamond, and it gets you 8 of the pipes that route painted items. So you need a second lens here, and in this case it's blue because it's headed upstairs. Oops. I should probably put a booster track there, but that's alright. And then anything that's green is spit down this pipe. Now the Daizuli does not, items that come into the Daizuli pipe do not get painted, and so anything coming in blue is still blue, so that it comes in green even though it passes through the blue lens is not recolored, which is very useful. But I was having trouble with it, items coming in here and then being immediately spit into the return thing, which meant that the cart would go around and take everything back, and I wasn't getting the items I requested. I did something Oh, as you can see, my forestry train is down here, and it's not doing anything. And, excuse me. Right, I don't know why it's behaving like that. Hello? Okay. Well, anyway, it's sitting on a shutdown track. And, no, locomotive control track over here, which is set to shut it down, and then this locking track is set to push it forward onto here. And when this system reaches a point, when this signal controller box receives an analog signal, it transmits to this signal receiver box as well as to the farm to turn on, but also to this receiver that will then, there's a conduit facade that will transmit the signal to push this forward and over the track here, which will be activated, and put it into startup mode, and then it will come over onto here, probably be pulled across these tracks as well, catching wherever it needs to be caught, and fire up, and then resume providing wood. The tracks over here at the new rail facility here will be set up to provide the same sort of thing, but same sort of service if necessary, but I haven't gotten to them yet. My hope would be to set it all up to either computer control or lever and button, but so what I need to do is craft a, do I have a book? I have no book. Leather. Give me a leather. Give me some paper. Paper, and then a lever. I don't have a lever. I have sticks. Just one. And one of you. I also, I forgot to mention it, although even though we looked right by it. I came over here and stop it. I actually brought up the logistics crafting system, and a lot of it is now, I can't access some of these, but I can now craft storage upgrade 4s or tinker's torches and do them all. Do I have? Okay, I did teach a stone. I can also request machine chassis and blank modules from tinkers, as well as logistics crafting tables and the various bits and bobs necessary to craft quite a few other things. So I can basically craft any of the circuits I require, or and then blank modules from logistics pipes, so I can make more modules as necessary. But I moved the whole thing upstairs because was running out of room downstairs, and it was impossible to actually access any of the old things. So, what do we got here? We got everything. We got everything we need. So we'll make our lever and our book. And then together, they make an engineer's manual. Yay, achievement get, read the freaking manual. Update news. Wow. Computer support, huh? Which means we should be able to do some of the stuff with Open Computers or, yeah, Open Computers adapter. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so I have to read through the changes. But it's not that terrible. And then immersive integration has some interesting technology. Yeah, this thing is kind of super massive. 4 coal coke at once. Faster and more resources per operation. Yeah, and basically it needs its own round-robin system to function. What else is here? Heated walls and ports and, yeah. I may stick with the vanilla one, but the redstone wiring can be useful because you can basically hook things in and take your channels long distances if necessary without running 600,000 Ender IO conduits. I'd have to look and see if they are. Ooh, excuse me. If I have to manually set the. Wow, that's a lot of a lot of information. Sort of a highball overdoing. Jerry can. Oh, gotcha. Um, but yeah, a lot of this stuff I probably won't end up using, but some of it I will. Uh, Conveyor belts look really cool if you use them to. Who needs? What a silly comment. Who needs rails anyway? I do. They actually look really cool if you set them up to pump into item loaders. But yeah. One of the things I really wanted. No, that wasn't it. Well, the metal press is always nice to have because you can use it to. Oh, my brain is fuzzy at the moment. Use it to make gears, for example, and you can make the various presses so that you can make automatic gears with things like logistics pipes and just feed them in the materials that they need. What I wanted, however, nope, it was construction. Yeah, there you go. Not quite sure what the balloon's for. Oh, it's okay. I know what it is. It's a angel block torch thing, which is silly, but engineered lighting is incredibly useful. Basic lanterns are fine, but powered lanterns are really where it's at. Because, excuse me, you want to stop that nonsense? Thank you. So you can make them part of your grid, but they'll also prevent mob spawning, which is extremely useful. So I can surround my 2 houses with them, and they will keep the mobs from turning up and ruining my party. I can also make... Now this is what I really wanted, were tanks, because I can use the big tanks and store things like the oil or the creosote, and not have to um, have them just sitting in the machines, and be able to... Metal barrels are actually pretty useful. You can store gases and hot fluids. By basically, it means lava. Lots and lots of lava. Um, but you can also pick them up and carry them around with you. Yeah, multi-block constructions. Some of this stuff gets a little expensive, but... Oh, excuse me. The generator and radiator blocks are all for biodiesel, which we may get into. Heavy machinery. Yeah, biodiesel. So basically you need an industrial squeezer and a fermenter, and then the refinery, and from there you'd go into a biodiesel generator. Which I don't... Oh, it's in the another tab. Uh, yeah, your princess is in another tab. It's not that hard to make, and it does provide quite a bit of power. 4,096 RF per tick, which is not bad. Although I believe I can actually... Yeah, I can actually pump fuel into it and get longer per bucket. So it's actually more efficient to use one of these than the setup of combustion engines. But I think I can also take biodiesel and pipe it into a you know what? I know what. Actually, what we can do is go out here and we need to sleep. Up the wall. Oh, balls. Up the wall, I said. And I will go and recharge my jetpack. Or repower my jetpack, by the way, so I can fly a little easier. Over here. And then here. Actually, I had to make this a much larger boiler. It looks like we're having power issues here. But, yeah, so if we, let's see, biodiesel, if we mouse over it, no? I could have sworn, oh, because it's not a, right, we need to make a, fluid boiler to, whoop, hi, bye, thank you, sheesh, creepers, oi, one of the reasons I want powered lanterns, yeah, and yes, I did put a painting on the wall, I think it looks cool, right, I lost what I was doing, and we're over our time, so, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can pump biodiesel into a steam boiler and get pretty good heat for your time out of it, so, alright, just a little bit of a status update. I know I've done quite a bit off camera, but really it's kind of boring, just not unlike laying rail tracks, it's kind of just a lot of tedious, boring work, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see that, but I'll get some stuff set up so that next time we can jump into something more interesting. I need to go find some industrial hemp. Actually, I need to find a lot of industrial hemp, but what I may end up doing is basically getting a little bit and then planting it over near that lamp of growth, maybe where that golem's standing, and then I can just sit there and harvest it as the lamp soups it up. Is that lamp working? Yeah, it seems to be working. I have particles turned off or something? Video settings. No, particles are on. Alright, I realize I've just rambled on for a half an hour, and so I'm going to come up here and say goodbye. This has been Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.